Hi, and welcome to Turra Company, the mother-daughter podcast about everything. Our mission is to make herstory, aka history, not by going viral, but by doing something that has never been done before in our family. Whether we have 2 listeners or 2 million listeners, we are bringing you our very best, and hopefully we are learning and growing together in the process. Now let's enter into the Turra Company experience and create herstory, aka history, together. Welcome. Oh my God, welcome. You know why I said, oh my God?
What?
Because it's been a long time since we've been on this mic.
It has been a hot minute.
Yeah.
It has been a hot
Like,
minute.
the people don't even know. We tried to
know.
tell them the last episode. We tried to give them some warning. And I don't even think I knew at that time.
No.
I thought we were going to be able to continue with episodes, but I had to take a break.
I'm not going to lie to you. When you initially told us, like, yeah, we were going to get back to recording, I was like,
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I was
I
trying
don't
to
know
force
about
it. I was trying to force it. So that's what this episode is about. So we're going to get right into it. This episode is about where y'all been? Because I know it's people out there. And you know what the great thing is? We were still getting listens and downloads. They're really called downloads. So I ain't going to be ghetto and say listens. But we were still getting downloads while we were on break. And I love y'all for that. So whoever was listening while we was on break, keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. So anyway, y'all probably was like, what happened to them? Because we just dropped off. Like, all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt. Because I was thinking we was going to record, and we weren't. So let me back it up and tell people where we been. Because we was all in it together. So
In the trenches.
I was needing nurses and everything. So listen. So I mentioned it by our last episode. And if you didn't hear it, go back and listen. You know how I be. But just to recap for anybody new, in December, I had a really big back surgery. It was called a laminectomy, where basically 2 of my bones was taken out of my spine to make room for my for my compressed nerves. And what that surgery did was decompress the nerves. If my spinal surgeon, Dr. Alkinich, is listening, he would be so excited because how I'm explaining this to y'all. He's taught me well. But anyway, what happened was, because I had been dealing with this since last year, since June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of a sudden, I just woke up one day. It was before June. It was starting in April. April. And I just woke up one day and I was like, what is going on with my leg? My leg was really weak and hurting and barely could walk and stuff. It was weird. So I had all this spinal stuff going on. And then I got a new job. So I couldn't get the surgery then because I just gotten a new job. So what I did was I went and got an epidural, a spinal epidural. It's not the epidural that you get when you're having a baby. It's a little different, but same concept. So I had that, and that carried me. Like, I was so good. And then it started flaring up again. So I was like, let me just have the surgery. So I had the surgery in December. Well, if y'all don't know, I'm 51, about to be 52 in July. And I guess you heal different.
As you get older?
Definitely.
Really?
So I'm thinking, because I had time off from work, because the lovely place that I work, we get like almost 2 weeks off for Christmas. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take that time and I would be good. And my surgeon was kind of like, you could do it, but you don't know. Everybody's different, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I have the surgery. I think I'm good, but I'm not. I've been walking around open for like 3 months. I had to have a home nurse come out and bandage me up. Chelsi can't stand blood. And one day she was, what you was doing?
I was sitting in the kitchen, just minding my business, scrolling through TikTok. All of a sudden, the home health care nurse comes and stuff like that. I don't know how Mom didn't see me.
Yeah, I had no clue you were there.
She had no clue that I was laying there. And then all of a sudden, that's when the nurse starts like looking at her back and stuff like that. And I'm just seeing stuff and I'm like, oh my Lord.
Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad that it didn't heal from December to like January. So in January, I had to go back and get another procedure where he kind of cut it open again and stitched it again, but these stitches were like steel wool. It was like I had steel wool in my back in 3 places because the incision is about 8 inches. It's pretty long. It's a pretty long incision. So I had 3 places that were giving me problems. And so we went back in January and he stitched me up. So I was like, okay, we go back to get the stitches out. And guess what? Daddy said that as soon as he cut it, it just was like, it just opened right back up. And it's not funny. It's funny now because I'm over it a little bit. I'm still going through it, but over that part of it. And so it was just so crazy. Like, and then we haven't even got to the best part. The wound vac.
Oh, goodness.
Let me tell y'all something. Your girl been through it. If y'all love me, then send me a sign. Send me a message. Send me a heart when you hear this episode on our Instagram. Because I've been through it. So anyway, I got this wound vac. Well, this wound vac is supposed to it's like a vacuum that they put on the wound. And it's supposed to suck it closed. Now, in concept, doesn't that sounds easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that would be easy because what it's basically doing is taking your open hurting wound and sucking it. But if the seal breaks in any kind of way, it tries to recalibrate. So I had it on for about a week. And one day it was just sucking, release, sucking, release. And I had a full-blown meltdown. Like, when I say meltdown, I'm saying I was crying. Y'all know I don't even cry. I had to go in the bathroom. I had to leave Neil because Neil was like, is there anything I can do? And sometimes when you broken like that, you don't want nobody to do nothing. Like, what could he do? It was
like,
nothing.
just leave me here.
And I knew if I would have cried in front of him, I would have freaked him out. So I went to the bathroom
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna tell you, you just one strong, like, you just act like crying. You can't cry in front of people. I don't know
yeah, because you know what? Because I feel like if you do it, first of all, I feel like when you cry in front of people, you kind of throw them off. Like, what is they supposed to do? Because when people cry in front of me, I do not know what to do. So when somebody just let me say this. If somebody died and you tell me that and you bust out crying, I know what to do. I got you. But if you just bust out crying and I can't get it out, what do you do? Y'all tell me what you do. You don't even know.
Because I don't do well with crying either.
Ariel, you cry all the time, but I don't know you do. I bet you she don't do well with people crying in front of her.
I really don't, because I don't know how to console somebody when they're crying. And also, when I cry, I don't, because I'm weird like that and been kind of probably conditioned. I don't like being consoled when I'm crying. That's just me.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's why I don't like crying in front of people, because I don't want them to have to figure that part out.
Because usually for me, when someone, like, if I'm crying and somebody sees me crying, they're like, oh, let me help you. I'm like, there's not.
Yeah.
Just let
They want to hug you.
No, I don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, oh, woo, woo, woo. I don't want that. I just want, because for me, when I cry, I'm just like, I'm already like annoyed. And then the addition of people trying to help makes me even more annoyed. So that makes me cry even more. So it only makes it worse.
But I knew I was going to freak your daddy out. Because you know what? This happened before. Like, I got sick before in 2016 because I had a bad surgery. The surgeon whacked me out, and it was supposed to be a simple surgery, and she nicked something she wasn't supposed to nick. And it was like 8-9 months before I ever got better. And I had a breakdown then. And it was in front of your daddy because I couldn't just get up and go to the bathroom and, take care of it. And he was like rubbing my back. I could tell he didn't know what to do. I could tell he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So this time I just got up, went in the bathroom, and I needed that. Mm-hmm. I really needed that because I just was at that moment where I felt like, am I ever going to get well? This is ridiculous. Oh, my God. Because I'd never been through it. So I had no point of reference. Nobody I know that I could talk to had been through it to say, you know what, that happened to me. And it's probably going to be a little long. You need that. So that's why I'm glad we got this show. So if anybody going through an illness, you can call me. You can call me because I can tell you it will get better. And I know that. I knew that. But it was just so much emotion. So anyway, here we are today. No more nurse. My back is healed up. It's a little scarred up, but it's healed up. The leg pain.
Still there.
Still there, which is kind of sad. And it's nobody's fault. What I really think has happened is I really think that I've had this condition going on for so long that I might have some damage in my nerves. That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. My doctor doesn't say that that's what it is. That's what I say it is. So, yes, it's been a rough roller coaster, but we're back. I'm so excited. I missed y'all company. Did y'all miss them? I missed them. Did y'all miss being on the mic?
I actually do. Yeah,
because y'all was kind of getting at me like when I was down, y'all was like, well, I wasn't down, but y'all was like, when is we recording again? I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I was so proud of y'all because usually I feel like I'm gangstering and bullying y'all to record. So that felt good. Ariel, what you been doing?
I got a new job.
Oh, where's the hand claps? We got to give her some claps for that.
All right, that's enough of that. But yeah, I got a new job. Not to say that my old job wasn't wasn't great because I worked for a really pretty good company for some really good people.
But the new company is greater.
But the new company is a better fit for me.
You are so crazy.
I'm she has to be politically correct because her old coworkers might be listening, but I'm saying the new job is way better.
And so I'm not that far into it. I've only recently started. And one of the things that I'm learning is that this move was a good move for me, because one of the things that I started to realize now that I'm in this new position is that at my old position, I was getting a little bit too comfortable, and I was starting to not learn anything anymore. And I'm in an environment where I went from being in an environment where I was not to toot my own horn, but I was the smartest person in the room because I was the go-to that everyone went to if they had questions. And now I'm in an environment where I know pretty much not nothing necessarily, because I still
but you got to learn it.
Yeah, I got to learn new systems. I've got to learn new procedures and policies and all of those kinds of things. So I feel like I'm starting over, but it feels like a good start over.
Yeah, every time you get a new job, you start over. Take it from me, because I've had about a lot of jobs.
And what's funny to me is it's really an adjustment, because I had been working at the same job for the same company, not the exact same job, but pretty much doing the same work for the same company for 4 years, right? Almost 5, probably more, closer to 5. But I am now in a different position for a different company doing more work. And it's not even necessarily that it's more work as in it's harder. It's more work because it's a bigger company and they have bigger needs. Yeah. And I'm kind of just not necessarily overwhelmed, because they did a very good job of structuring the new hire process to make sure you do not feel overwhelmed. But I'm having to adjust.
Yeah, you're always going to have to do that. And that's frustrating too. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, and I'm going to say, give yourself some grace, because there's going to be times where you're going to be like, why don't I know what to do next?
Oh my, that's been me. This whole past week.
It gets frustrating.
Because I was like, how do I not, how is this taking me so long? But also at the same time, I have to remind myself that
it's new.
This is new to me. These people that I'm asking, and the people on my team, they're so helpful. Yeah. I could message them, and I know that they're busy, but they'll be like, hey, I'm doing something right now, but I can hop on a call with you in probably 20, 30 minutes or something like that. They are available when I need them.
Yeah, that's always good.
And they're extremely helpful. And they're like, don't worry. This is going to take you, this is going to be longer than 2 weeks. And there's one system that we use, and someone was like, this is going to take you a year to learn. There's no easy way around it. It's going to take you a year.
It's going to take the time that it takes. Yeah. So it might have took them a year. It might not take you a year, but just give yourself grace, to mess up, to learn, to get faster, all of that. Because I'm almost a year at my new job, and I'm still learning every single day. And I like that because it challenges you, right?
Yeah.
Chelsi, do you be learning stuff?
Have I been learning stuff?
Chelsi's been learning how to teach.
Yeah, because she got a new position too, right?
Yeah, so I'm not at a new company, but I did get a new position where I currently am. So now I currently teach 2 different cores currently.
But you had to tell them this. Don't skip this, because this is a big deal. What'd you have to do to teach?
I had to go and take my instructor license test. So not only did I have to go to school to get my license to become an esthetician. And then once we updated our laws here, I had to go and get another license because of the fact of like what I knew how to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then once IB started working.
Did you just say once IB started working?
I heard that too, and I was just gonna let it slide.
No,
but
we can't let it slide because we
please don't
can't
let
lead
it
the people
slide.
like that. What
I'm
happened?
a little delusional right now. So
Once
I started working,
mm-hmm.
I had to have a certain amount of hours working as a student instructor,
Mm-hmm.
which then had to get submitted to state board. And then I had to go take a test to become an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I've never been more stressed in my life to take a test. But also,
Chelsi, tell them why. Because you ain't no school person.
Yeah, and I am one of those people where I don't think I test very well. So what me and my other coworker did is we are redefining a term, and we are saying we just raw dogged it.
Oh, right. I'm glad you gave that disclaimer. Whoa.
And we
Not the dog with the raw in front. Whoa.
yes, we
Don't say it again. That's not, I don't even want that out there. Because what if the clip picks it up like that? And people be like, well, people would listen to see what you was trying to raw dog. So it might be worth it.
So we decided, we tried to study, but it's just too much. It was just too much vocabulary because it's not something that's aesthetic specific. It's about, different learning styles and just different vocabulary when it comes to learning. So we were like, you know what? If we fail, we fail. If we pass, we pass. So we went in and we both passed, me and my coworker, who we got hired around the same time and stuff like that. So I went and did that. So in this industry, I've had about 3 licenses within the past 3 years.
So what are you now? You are an instructor?
So I am a licensed esthetician instructor.
And you currently teach what
right now
classes?
I currently teach our AM laser curriculum class.
Laser, baby. Get that laser.
Yeah.
You know what's funny to me? I just want to stop and just take a moment. Because it exhausts me. That's why. Because it's what she talking about. But I don't like when people are ignorant about something and then they try to act like they're not ignorant about something and then they try to tell you. People try to tell me what you are every day and I be like, no, that ain't it. So I want you in your own words to say what it is that you do.
Yes.
What do you do? What is an esthetician? We've said it before. But people must not be listening.
Listen,
I cannot tell you how many times I say Chelsi is an esthetician and they act like you is, I don't know what they act like you are, but I don't think they understand that you are a licensed professional.
Yes. I'm not certified. I didn't just take a class and now I'm doing stuff,
And we're not knocking people who certified.
Absolutely not.
But don't knock the people who've been licensed because it was a big deal.
It was 6 months of work that I had to put in. But I don't think, because I get people who try to argue with me with what I do too. So
yeah, it's crazy. Like, get your knowledge up. Don't come to me trying to tell me what an esthetician does. I live with one. I see what she does. And they'll be like, oh, they just do. No, they do all the things. The only thing Chelsi doesn't do is injections, right?
yeah, because I'm not a nurse. Only in the state of Nevada, only registered nurses can do it.
So she can't give me Botox. I'm sad.
I wish I could. I tell people all the time, if I could go to nursing school, I absolutely would.
I bet you could if you would suck it up and stop saying you scared.
And we got a nurse right now who's going to school, and I told her that, and she goes, Chelsi, you don't see that much blood in nursing school. Like, it's okay. And I'm like, that's what you say.
It would
now.
open up so many possibilities. But anyway.
Really
do it. Anyway.
That's what I say. But anyway, she can't give me Botox. But what can you do for me?
So what I can do for you is I can wax you. I can wax your entire body from head to toe, from your face all the way down to your toes.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a facial.
What kind of facials though? Not just I went to the resort and got a facial. You have some really good ones.
I use medical grade products, so this is not just your drugstore stuff, because a celebrity the other day just posted about she was doing at-home facials. Please, also, let me just put this disclaimer out there.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't get your skincare recommendations or anything like that from celebrities. Because I want you guys to know.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Please do not get your skincare recommendations from celebrities. Because let me tell you, what these celebrities are doing is they're going out and they're seeing their estheticians, and then they're recommending you something totally different than what their esthetician is telling them to do.
And their faces is all glowy and dewy, and then you try to use it, and then you like, why my face is dry?
Right. So I can do that. But
what kind of facials? I really want you to say.
That's a separate category.
Oh, okay. I thought you said facials. I'm sorry.
I did say
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I said facials.
But you're saying hydrofacial. Like, I want you to.
I know.
Okay,
That's a whole
sorry.
separate different category.
Sorry, we didn't brought y'all into our personal lives. This is how we act outside of here. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, I'm also a licensed laser technician. So I can do laser hair removal. I can give you an IPL facial, a photo facial. I can do so many different laser-based treatments that I am certified and licensed to do, that I know how to do on the correct skin tone.
And she ain't gonna burn you.
I'm not going to burn you. I'm not going to mess up your skin. No, I've been trained the correct way to do things.
Now, what is an IPL facial? Because I've never heard of
An
that.
IPL facial it's not a laser. It's a light-based treatment that is only for Fitzpatrick's, and Fitzpatrick's just means your skin type 1 through 3. So basically, none of us in this room are in that right category to receive one.
It would be Caucasian or Asian.
Yes, but like light Asian, like not like Filipino or anything like that.
Oh,
Like
okay. So you have to be fair skinned.
You have to be very fair-skinned. You can't have any like melanin, like heavy melanin production, like how like black people or just
Even
Latin people.
dark?
Yes,
Oh,
you 100%.
Because you think you don't have melanin. Chelsea described this to me. You think you don't have melanin, but you do have melanin in your skin.
Yes, you do.
So
You just don't have
IPL
a
facial.
lot. Yes.
So this is a light.
It's a light-based treatment, and it helps with telangiectasia, which is the fancy word for all those veins that we have, like by our nose and like on our face, broken capillaries, because that's basically what telangiectasia is. It's just broken capillaries.
Dang, she hitting us with the knowledge, the big words, tangulasia, tangerines. What is it?
Telangiectasia.
Oh, telangiectasia.
Telangiectasia.
I don't even know how to spell that. I'm going to have to look it up. Okay, go ahead.
It helps with sunspots. It helps with a little bit of skin rejuvenation, so it will help with like the fine lines and wrinkles, just not as much as it will help with pigmentation and the telangiectasia.
Yeah.
But like I said, that is only for your lighter skin types.
Mm-hmm. What can you do for me? Because you always sitting looking at my face. I can't even sit in front of her, y'all.
No,
Y'all don't even know the pain. Because she will be looking at your face and be like, "Mine, you should get this."
Right. I just gave her a whole injection consultation. I said, I think we should do a little bit of Botox, maybe give you a little lip flip.
When I tell you, she will just randomly walk up to us and then just start touching our faces and being like,
Because, listen.
Yeah, you can't be dry around Chelsea because she gonna call a thing. You are just so dry right now.
By the way, I put sunscreen on today. I put sunscreen on
Good
my face.
job.
So if you don't take nothing away from this episode,
Is wear your sunscreen.
Every day.
I don't care what skin type you are. I don't care
Even
what
if you're
color
sitting
you are.
inside.
even if you're
sitting
inside.
I highly doubt the house you live in or where you live has no windows.
Unless it's prison.
Unless you're in prison. And even then, they got windows in prison.
Oh, I didn't know. How
So,
you know? 'Cause you've seen them on TV.
Yeah, they be having a window.
Also,
I think that's
just
fake.
inhumane.
I don't think they have windows. I don't know. I don't care because
Well,
I'm not going to
I be
prison
seeing
to
them on.
find
I
out.
be seeing them on TikTok too, and they be looking like you be getting a lot of sunshine.
Oh, okay. But anyway, if you
Wear
don't
your
take
sunscreen. Wear
because
your-
Chelsea will beat that, and people will be like, "Well, I have melanin in
I'm
my
black.
skin."
I don't need it. Yes, you do.
Because the UV rays are different.
What were you
Well,
saying?
it's not that the UV rays are different. It's just
Well,
that
I'm saying different from when I grew up. Because when I grew up, I don't think they were as strong. That's what I
mean,
heard.
Yeah, I mean, yes, probably through like global warming
Yeah.
and things like that. You
Yeah.
know, they've gotten a little bit intense.
Yeah.
But especially like this is what I tell people who live in Vegas. Our sun compared to anyone who lives in like Michigan or anything like that. our sun is a lot harsher. So you should be wearing no less than SPF 50. SPF 30, okay, get it, great, let's ease you into it. But we got to build you up to SPF 50. But let me also tell you what's a scam. Anything over SPF, like SPF 100, that's a scam. And there's no such thing as SPF 100. The difference between an SPF 50 and an SPF 100 is like 1%.
Oh, wow. So let me ask you this. What's the numbers, though?
So SPF stands for sun protection factor. So basically, this is just going to be how much protection you're going to have from that sun. That's why you need to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours.
No matter what, even if you haven't been in the water.
Even if you haven't been in the water.
Dang, this is a job. It's probably why my face looking like it's looking, because I only put it on once a day.
And sunscreen, when people talk about, like, oh, I don't want to age too quickly, this and that, your number one anti-aging product on the market is going to be sunscreen. Because let me tell you what UVA stands for. That A stands for aging.
Okay.
UVB stands for burning.
Oh, okay.
So you've got your UVA rays, which that's going to promote your aging. Then you've got UVB, which that's what causes like sunburns and things like that.
I bet y'all just learned a lot, because I did, and I live with her every day. I never knew this stuff.
Can we do like a skin 101 class with Chelsi? Because that, I feel like I need
you
that.
could just listen, because I try to give you one every single day, but you don't be listening. So
I
by the
really
way, your
don't
face is looking pretty good.
I was gonna say that, but I ain't want to. You know how Ariel be getting sometimes.
Right.
I ain't want to.
I feel
but
like
I looked at it too, and I was
feel like it was ever since I gave you that lactic peel.
oh, that might have did it.
Actually, yes.
So that's another treatment you give, right?
Yeah. So I also
Chemical peels?
I do chemical peels. Chemical peels is where my heart is. That's where my love for this industry is. It's actually the other curriculum that I teach at school. I teach our PM night class. I teach them chemical peels. I love it. One of the things that I teach within that chemical peel course is hydrofacials. Now, hydrofacials, if you can ever in your life, if you ever have the opportunity to get a hydrofacial, I do mean a hydrofacial. Like, it has to say hydrofacial. I'm not talking about a hydrodermabrasion. I'm not talking about a hydrofacial. I'm talking about a hydrofacial with the upside down eye. That is their logo. If you ever have the opportunity to get one of these, I highly recommend it. It is just such a beneficial treatment. It is a full, deep cleanse of your entire skin.
Can I get one the next time you have to do a demo?
Yes.
Okay.
That won't be for another 4 months.
That's fine.
How much do they cost?
Out in the real world, they cost about $300-$400.
How much do they cost at the school?
About $125.
I'm coming to get one, because we've been saying it,
Yes.
but I just been with my back. I just haven't
Yes.
been able to do it.
Yes.
So how often should you get a Hydra. So with the A, Hydra. How often should you get that?
Realistically, you can get it about every 2 weeks, but
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Realistically, in the perfect world, you can get it every 2 weeks. Do I recommend you getting it every 2 weeks? No, that's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd say about every 3 months, I guess. Every 1.5 to 3 months.
Dang, this skin stuff ain't no joke.
You really got to put your time and investment into it,
That's why only rich people have like good skin.
No. Don't say that.
No. The biggest thing of what equates to your skin is because what I do in my clinic as an esthetician will only benefit you about 30%. That other 70% is going to be what you do at home. Because you're doing that every day. You're only coming to see me once a month.
Right.
So really, it's about your home care. That is the number one thing when it comes to your skin.
And so what we're going to do, because this just opens up a whole thing. I thought this show was going to be all about me, but apparently
not.
Well, yeah, because when we just went through all of that, it just let me know that we need to have a full show dedicated to beauty. Why not? Yeah, we need to have a episode dedicated to beauty, and then that way you can teach on the differences. And because not everybody lives here and can come to you, or maybe somebody doesn't want to come to you. That's fine. We ain't hating on nobody game. Go wherever you feel comfortable. But Chelsi can give y'all the scoop. She can give you the scoop, and then you'll know what, because I think, and I'm going to be honest, I think what stops a lot of people from going to an esthetician, because first of all, they think they remove hair only. Like, I think they get electrolysis and esthetician mixed up. But the difference between, I think why people don't reach out or go is because they don't know what you guys do.
Right.
Like, I didn't know before you went into this industry, and now I know. And I still don't partake as much as I should, but I will, because now you back at the school, I will.
Yeah. Because for a while, once I graduated school, I went and worked somewhere else. But now I'm back.
Now that you're back at the school, I'll go. And I don't have a problem getting my services at the school, because the school that Chelsi works at, it is, I haven't been to the new location.
But my gosh, it's beautiful.
We just recently opened up our new building, because we have just been growing so much. Like, we currently have like a wait list for all of our classes. And it is beautiful.
But it's like a spa.
Yes.
When you walk, I know the one you were in before, when you walked into the building, you felt like you were in a spa. You guys are really clean. You pay attention to hygiene and things like that, because people, they want to know that. They don't nobody want to go nowhere and stuff is all dirty and nasty.
And I just don't feel like you get that from most. And that's what kind of helped me make my decision when I was school shopping. I toured other schools around Las Vegas, and one school I went to was just very dark. And another big thing that I had when it came to like on my list of things I didn't want when I was looking for a school was I wanted a school that was only aesthetics. I didn't want to go to a school that did hair and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
I wanted aesthetics only, and that's what my school is.
Right. So we're gonna do, don't worry guys, we're gonna do another show. If you were I don't even know what the word is.
Interested.
I was going to say, intrigued. If this conversation intrigued you about estheticians and what they do, we're going to have another episode dedicated to esthetician, and it would be nice. I implore you guys, if you have skin questions, hit us on our Instagram and we'll read them on air and have Chelsi answer them.
Yes.
So if you're interested in a certain type of facial, anything we've talked about today, or you've seen something and don't quite know about it, this is your time to get some free advice. That way, when you go in, you're educated. You know if the person is doing it right or doing it wrong, and you kind of can get some guidance from Chelsi for free. And Chelsi, how old are you doing this? Because I'm proud of you for what you've done. How old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
I'm proud of both of y'all, but because
we
always knew you was gonna be.
We knew you was
gonna be something, but
we didn't know what I was gonna go out there and do
for a long time. We had a question mark on Chelsi.
We didn't know.
So I'm so glad she found her little niche. But how old are you?
I'm 25, and it's so funny. All my students, they're always like one of my students, they're like, Chelsi, how old are you? I was like, I'm 25. And they're like, oh, I was like, how old do you think I was? And they're like, no, they're like, I thought you were like, yeah. Like all my students think I'm younger than like what I am and stuff, because I just relate to them so well.
Mm-hmm.
But I told one of them the other day, I was like, I always, when I was little, like wanted to be like a teacher, but I just knew I didn't have like that education kind of teacher, because I just
right
me and the school, we didn't really get along. So
not at all. That's why she is a testimony, because and this is what, let me talk to the moms out there, because there's moms out there that got little kids and they might be showing, allow your kids to show you things other than corporate, because I think as parents we look corporate, and if we don't see corporate in you, if we see artsy fartsy, as I sometimes call it, if we see artistry, or if we see something a little different, it's sometimes hard for us parents to get behind that, because I think when you have your children, and I'm hoping that it's going a little bit away now for people, but when you have children, you have this vision for them that they're going to be this or that or something successful, and you have a certain things within that successful bucket, and you shouldn't even do it, right? Because who knows? I used to always tell my kids, you will know what you want to do when it comes, because I have not given you your destiny. God has given you your destiny. So when your kids come to you and say they want to be this or that, because we had this conversation before, Chelsi was trying to say that I said don't be an esthetician. I never said that. I just didn't think it was a good time to go to school. We clear on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. But when they're showing you different things, allow them to stretch their wings in those things, even if you don't see it, even if you don't know where it's going to go, because you just don't know, right? So here's Chelsi. Me and Neil, we didn't know what was going to happen. And also I think parents think, well, if you don't go to college, what are you going to do?
You don't have to go to college. You can always do a trade. Fun fact, I don't work there anymore, but I worked for a plumbing company, and we had a lot of young plumbers. And if you're looking for something that maybe, it doesn't require like a lot of education, but it involves a lot of, if you're a very integral person and if you really want to help people and you really want something that's a skill, do a trade, do plumbing or electrical work or HVAC stuff. Because also they get paid a lot of money.
They get paid a whole lot. And people think that plumbing is all nasty and dirty.
No, it's not.
Can be, but sometimes you're putting in water heaters, water softeners, water purification units.
Right. Imagine for a split second that something plumbing wise in your house goes out. Imagine how frustrating that is for you, because you don't know what you're doing. There are plenty of paid professionals that are able to do those kinds of things. And also, one of the other reasons why plumbing costs so much, and it's a thing I always like to say to people, how much do you want to get paid to play in feces? Literally.
Even though you're not always playing in feces. And I think that's the misconception of a plumber. It's not, everything you do is not involved with involving a toilet.
Yeah, it's not all dirty sometimes. Of course, because think about it right now. If your kitchen faucet goes out right now,
you gotta call a plumber.
Right. You're not gonna know what you do. And not for nothing against handymen, but they're not usually licensed professionals. Plumbers are licensed professionals. They go to school, and a lot of the stuff that they do, it involves a lot of like math that you don't think would be involved. Like the math for like doing the plumbing work for how many fixtures and faucets and stuff you have in your house, it's wild to me.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a math person, and it still it boggles my mind.
Right.
Boggles my mind. But if college isn't for you, try a trade.
Yeah. People forget about them trades. And I feel like when kids come home and say to their parents, hey, I want to be a plumber. Hey, I want to be an HVAC technician, then their parents be like, what? We ain't about to do that. And if you're doing that to your kids, stop it right now, because we need these things. Plumbers, we need them. HVAC, we need them, especially in Vegas.
Oh,
yeah, we need these things. So let your kids, I know it might not be what you dreamed for them, but if they enjoy doing it, that's what it's all about. It's supposed to be, Chelsi wakes up every day running to her job. And I'll be like, what? She never misses work. Like and that's what I'm going to say. Her hustle is like so.
The joke is that we might need to turn the treatment room into one of my bedrooms at work because of how much I'm there.
Yeah. Chelsi is a Capricorn, and her hustle is just mad crazy.
I work
she's not lazy at all.
I work 100 hours in the pay period.
Yeah. She ain't playing around, and this could lead to so many different things. Chelsi could have her own esthetician shop. She could, it's so many things that she could do with this. And she's so young still that the sky is the limit. And so with Ariel the same way, but Ariel, hers just cost the price of a small house.
It did. It sure did.
Believe me, I know. So anyway, that's where we've been. That's where we've been. I've been healing from my back, still trying to heal, but I'm better enough to get in this studio. Oh, this is what I wanted to say earlier. I wanted to say, people probably like, well, wait a minute. If you had the surgery in December, how were we listening to those episodes all through January?
Magic. No.
She said magic. Well, it wasn't magic. We thought we had it pre-planned out. So we had episodes batched up and going all the way to the end of January. And then we had started doing some in February, but I just couldn't. I needed to relax. So I know y'all care about me. I know y'all want the best for me. So I took that time out. And that's not to be confused with our summer break, because we still going to have a summer seasonal break. So get ready for that. But
I can't wait. Because
don't be saying you can't wait. That is raggedy. Keep that to yourself.
Okay, got it. Noted.
Keep that to yourself. We want the company to know we miss being on the mic sometimes when we ain't on the mic. But we will. We just want to give y'all that heads up. We will be taking our summer break. So I'm
Summer vacation.
Yeah, our summer vacation. And I like those breaks because what it does, I think, is it allows you guys, if you get behind, because sometimes you get behind. Because we publish these episodes every week, you get behind. So that gives you a moment to catch up and don't have to feel overwhelmed. So we're going to do that. So that's where I've been. Ariel you've been hanging too, right?
A little bit, yeah. Oh, this is about to be fun because I'm about to be in my concert era because I got a lot of concerts stacked up. I'm so excited.
But you're still going to record these episodes, though.
I mean, yeah, but I'm still going to go to these concerts, though. These
That's fine.
Concerts wait for no man, apparently.
And what Chelsi been doing? Getting her arm full of tattoos?
Yeah, I'm pretty tatted up right now, and I'm
working on her patchwork sleeve.
Why does she got a one that look like a stamp and it say 26 cents? You cost 26 cents?
Because I'm at 26.
Right, but 26 cents?
The stamp costs 26 cents.
Right.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. It's on your body, so.
Yeah, but the orange stamp costs 26 cents.
I just don't understand. Like her whole arm is like full.
It's not, because I got a whole lot. I got so much more room, and I got a whole nother arm. I got room.
Yeah, these new kids, they into something different. But anyway, company,
baby.
we missed y'all. We're back. We will be bringing you episodes every week now. So be making sure that you're tuning in. And hit us up. I'm not going to stop saying it. Hit us up on our Instagram. You know, I had an epiphany. I think I'm going to stop being so Facebook heavy and just start doing stuff on our Instagram.
Okay,
That makes sense.
I agree.
And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because Facebook gives me no glory.
No.
Yeah.
And I ain't
Facebook
trying to
is
hate
fake.
on them.
No, I don't trust Facebook
I'm
anymore.
not trying to hate on them, but Facebook just doesn't give what it
Was supposed to give.
Yeah,
It's
but
not giving.
Instagram, I get a lot of love back. So I'm saying that to warn you guys, like if you're only following us on Facebook, come up off of that Facebook a little bit and go over to our Turra&Co Instagram, because that's where I'm going to be most active, because Facebook is not giving me what it should be giving. TikTok, we all know what's going on with TikTok. So we still have an account there. Stuff probably will still come up for us, but I don't know how active we're going to be on that. I'm trying to alleviate burnout, because you probably don't realize it, but doing this show, it can be quite encompassing and quite time consuming. And I have a day job. We all do, as we just talked about. So I'm not saying I don't have time, but I don't. So if you want to hear from us, if you want to keep up with us, follow us on our Instagram. Now, what I am active on also is YouTube, because YouTube don't cost me nothing. I literally am on this program where our episodes upload to YouTube every week automatically. I don't even have to do anything. So if you want to listen, because it's not watch, it's not video. If you want to listen to our episodes, that is the easiest way to do it. Go over there, like our page. Is it like? No. What is it?
Subscribe.
Oh, go over to YouTube, subscribe to our page, and hit the little bell notification so you can get notifications. And then what'll happen is you get the notification. All you got to do is click and listen. It's super easy. Oh my God, it's so easy. But anyway, that's the latest. That's the greatest. We thank you for listening, and we will see you on the next episode.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We look forward to you joining us on the next episode. Until then, be inspired and enlightened.